Ooh. Okay. Edka Sauerback, looking like a younger copy of his father, stands at a slight distance close to his mother. Sauerback stares at Erliette and revulsion flickers across his face. Look closely at Macarius. Despite Sauerback's attempts to suppress his revulsion, the presence of inhumans in your retinue undoubtedly reflects his fervent desire to eliminate the enemies of humanity. Coercion. Do my companions distress you, Sauerback? Oh, no. No. Achoo! Squashinator, you do have it, yes. Has to be in all caps, though. Yes, I am allergic to failure. That is 100% accurate. Hey. Rogue traders have chosen to serve the Emperor and one of humanity's best. By surrounding yourself with depraved Xenos who scorn the very exceptionalism of humankind, you teeter on the brink of heresy, and no privilege granted by the Emperor can bind others to that fact. The thought of existing in the same sector as Xenos is revolting, but their presence in your retinue here in the capital city of the Von Valancius trade dynasty enrages me. To have Xenos sullying the streets of this planet after what we have endured, and under the protection of the rogue trader, no less. Oh, wow. Wow. Kiss Regina's hand. I am honored. How kind of you to say. Burning eyes fixed on you. Sauerback straightens and leans forward. Oh my god. Set against the doom and gloom of current events in your husband's dour family, you look especially dazzling today, Regina. Really, your lordship. I'm glad to hear this from the rogue trader, especially today. Regina, step away from his lordship. Oh, throne preserve you, Macarius. Stop being so jealous and making a scene over nothing, just because a crude blockhead like you lacks the refinement and courtesy of Cohh von Valancius. His bile poisons the air around him wherever he goes. Once he gets something into his head, he hairs off to remove the heads of others just to prove that he is in the right. Damn. You really believe the Rosarians are guilty? Certainly. Governor Drivestem possesses proof of their guilt, and they have no means by which to refute it. My advice to House Rosarian would be to not appeal to the rogue trader for help, but instead to simply stop, accept their fate, and not make matters worse for themselves. Who apart from the Rosarians could have a motive to conspire against me? House Drivestem, wishing to expand their clout. House Caprak, who lost their influence after the Kiavagama incident. House Sauerback, whose patriarch is too direct in its communications with the rogue trader. Anyone could have a reason to conspire against you, and equally they could have none. It is not a question of motive, but of loyalty. Your unveiled hatred for me is so obvious. No, I'm not going to do that one. The assailants sent me to the palace were rare, high-functioning servitors. Do you think the Capraks could be behind the attacks? I've always thought Tarina too weak to participate in such risky ventures, but it seems I was wrong about her. I discovered a dead body in my palace. A man of House Caprak was killed while praying to the Emperor. He had this note on him. Do you know anything about it? Curious looks at the note without taking it from your hands, and replies without hesitation, no, I know nothing about this note. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the price.
As you draw close to the warden, step aside, bowing respectfully, allowing you to approach the Rosarian family. Clementia, tired and slightly disheveled, is the first to bow her head to you in deference. Your lordship, accept my most humble apologies for failing to greet you properly, and my thanks for agreeing to speak with me before making your final decision. The charges brought by the governor are severe, but I can only assure you this, and swear on my own honor, we are not guilty of the crimes that House Rosarian is accused of. Clementia, you were acting head of this family. You were supposed to take care of each and every family member, and now You are being accused of treason and collusion against the rogue trader, and the entire family is facing death. How could you let this happen? Are you truly guilty? Abelard, your family too. My apologies. I should not lose my composure. No member of House Rosurian is involved in a conspiracy against his lordship. Honor and loyalty are not something we take lightly, and we know who we serve. Okay. The governor claims you forged documents. The fleet is the primary remit of House Rosurian. It is our responsibility. Logistics and supply routes are another area of our responsibility. We have no direct influence in the inner workings of the Adeptus Administratum. First large-scale deliveries were canceled after quantities of food were miscalculated by the clerks in the Administratum. Then we were faced with incorrect weather data and a meager fuel budget. It was clear the cause of all these problems was the calculations performed in the Administratum, in one way or another, but no matter how many times we asked, we could not ever obtain any clarification on the matter. I found this letter on one of the bodies of the heretics who planned the attack. Can you tell me about it? Lordship, let us be frank. It would be foolish of me to try to orchestrate something like this, knowing how many wardens are patrolling your palace. I would not have let myself or anyone in my family get involved in such a scheme. The attackers were high-functioning servitors, one that looked closer than ordinary humans. Do you know anything about them? Ready to make my Cohh, says Grey Games? Hell yeah, dude. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I can't wait until we start playing games like revisiting Cyberpunk and, you know, play another Warhammer 40k game. And, you know, we get to do like some really fun customizations for people, get like cybernetics and stuff and like all sorts of fun things. It's going to be really cool. With the amount of different types of games we play, Cohh are going to have a lot of options by the time we're done with the system. I've encountered servitors that were indistinguishable from normal automated humans, but only once. They were accompanying several members of House Caprak. Okay. Julia's going to be busy? Yes. Julia's already busy. and she will be even more busy. Yep. If you are not guilty, who is? Who stands to gain from framing you? Anyone, really. Oh, good. Okay. Lady Theodora chose to grant noble status to House Rosurian, but the other houses which have served the expanse for millennia did not welcome the decision. It has led me to some difficulties. Cohh, could my Cohh be a mech from Armored Core 6? I mean, we could put pieces together that would make you look like cosplaying a mech from Armored Core 6. Yes. We could in the future. Or if I did Mech Warrior or something like that. We could absolutely play around with it. I want to find out what is going on here and who the real mastermind behind all this. Where should I start? I'm afraid I can't be of much help. Okay. I discovered the body of Helen Caprak here in this palace. He had this note on him. Do you know anything about it? I'm not sure if it's relevant, but perhaps you should know. Since the fall of Kiavagama, House Caprak has been faring poorly, to say the least. They've been looking for ways to enhance their influence and improve their lot, including asking us for help from the other noble houses. They have not approached us, of course. It is shameful to seek help from those who can consider your inferiors, you understand. Perhaps the drive stems or sourbacks can tell you more about this matter. Okay. So let's see if we can talk to the sourbacks.
I always have a backup plan.
No. Governor Drivestem is surrounded by his retinue who are all dressed in expensive gowns and finery. The matching color schemes of their outfits and the striking physical resemblance among them suggest they are all from one family. Your lordship, thank you for giving this case your undivided attention. What makes you think the Rosurians are behind it? As soon as the logistical and economic problems gave rise to the initial rumors, we tried to find the person responsible for spreading the calls for Voigt's return. Investigation showed that some of the documents inside the Adeptum Administratum were forgeries. We can thank my son Cornelius for astute observations. Your lordship, I assure you that my humble person is undeserving of your attention. He holds a prestigious position at the Administratum Palace, and it was he who discovered the errors leading to the disrupted logistics. Okay. It's also thanks to him that we found the perpetrators of the forgeries who admitted to acting on the orders of House Rosurian. Huh. And where are those people now? What do you make of this? Okay, let's see. Tell me more about your son. Thank you for your interest, your lordship, but I'm not worthy of it. Son, show due respect. Forgive him, your lordship. This is the first time he's had the honor of attracting the attention of the rogue trader. Tell me more about your job. I manage the documents and records related to the economy of Dargonis. You probably know how scrupulous the workers of the Adeptus Administratum are, and I'm afraid a more detailed explanation of my duties would mirror the administrative processes of the Administratum. Too long and overly detailed. How do you manage to find the forged documents in the bureaucratic hell that is the Administratum? When compiling records in last cycle's supply chain, I noticed inaccuracies and discrepancies in the figures. With the help of the other clerks, I managed to find several other documents. Cornelius stammers and swallows noisily. Comprehensive data analysis has shown that the discrepancies were caused by intentional tampering with the data, thus leading to some logistical problems that were practically unsolvable. Father and I have managed to single out the Administratum clerks responsible for tampering with the data. Following a heated interrogation, they confessed that they were following the orders of someone from House Masurian. Everything was supposed to look as though they were the ones suffering losses from the logistical and economic problems. Oh. But does House Masurian have access to the Adeptus Administratum? There is no conceivable way they could do all this in a place where they do not hold any power. I think the right amount of money can open any door. Cornelius, what's the true reason for your nervousness? This is the first time I've spoken face to face with a rogue trader. I'm afraid of saying something wrong or forgetting something important. Place your hand on your weapon. You're speaking to a rogue trader and my patience is running out. You see the flash of terror in Cornelius's eyes as he stares at your hand on your weapon. He speaks quietly and confusedly without raising his head. Forgive me, your lordship. I can't do it anymore. This lie has gone too far and I can no longer control it. The truth is that all the logistical problems were caused by a single error in the numbers. My mistake.
Nani?
Ben looks genuinely shocked and enraged. When I discovered my mistake, it was almost impossible to restore the supply lines. Then I was approached by someone who said that they were a friend. They did not give me their name and I never saw their face. They promised to fix the problem. All I had to do was pretend that the Warsurians were responsible for the mistake. And as for the rest of the evidence, they promised to arrange it all. Oh my God. And what have you done? How could you? Your lordship. He suddenly turns to you as if trying to shield his son. This is my fault. I trusted my son and have failed you in doing so. I beg you have mercy. And you called my family's honor into question, Urban. Nevertheless, I harbor no desire to kick a man when he's down. Lord Captain, the confession you have obtained means that House Versurian can now be cleared of all charges. What is this friend that approached you, Cornelius? How did the two of you communicate? By letter. I received a letter out of the blue one day. It was unsigned, but the person writing already knew about my erroneous calculations. They offered to help me cover up my misdeed, and in return, I would name the Warsurians as the one who had sabotaged the supply lines. All I had to do was gather together some documents and report that they were listed in one of the letters. That and keep my mouth shut. Urban, your son has found the courage to admit his mistake. I will try and find some compassion for him in my heart. Thank you, your lordship. And as for your position, I think you will be reassigned to a role requiring less responsibility. Looking at his son. What do you make of this letter? Looks like another piece of evidence incriminating House Versurian. Okay, we're past that, but all right. All the assailants were high-functioning servitors. Such servitors are only employed by families close to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Such servitors are indeed rare in the compacts to have them in their service, but this could have been done intentionally with an eye to confusing you. So it sounds like the House Caprak servitors were done by the guy that we found dead in our entrance hall. That was what he owed somebody for something. The Warsurians being blamed initially came from this guy being told to do something by probably the same person. So if anything at this point, I'm thinking Sourback. Sourback is the only one that's not like directly involved, but it seems like they're moving things around, either Sourback or a third party. Fourth party? Fifth party? How many parties are we up to now? But, yeah. I found a dead body in my palace. A member of House Caprak was slain in front of an altar. Do you know anything about it? A member of House Caprak was killed in the palace and no one noticed, but how? Their wardens posted at every altar. There was no one near the deceased. The wardens had left their post. Did you order them to do so? Emperor forbid, your lordship. Your negligence is stunning, Urband. An assassination attempt followed by a mysterious death, and yet here you are oblivious to everything. The rogue trader can justly accuse you of allowing a noble to be killed in the palace and of failing to even notice it. It may be so, but it is for the rogue trader to accuse me of negligence, not you. Your lordship, accept my deepest apologies for my imprudence. Nothing matters more to me in my honor. I shall send servants to deal with this all immediately. Did you see Macarius Sourback today before I arrived? Macarius? I did not see him myself, but perhaps. Have any of you seen him today? I think my sister and I saw him sitting on a bench some distance away from the palace's entrance. We think he was accompanied by a gentleman, but forgive us, your lordship, we could not make out his face. Lead me to that place. Oh, are we going to find like a note or something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This could be an opportunity.
Jumpy says, can we play around with the Cohh'tar system yet, or is it for Cohh's eyes only? Right now, we are going to make the Cohh'tar system public on February 1st. We may bring in some test subjects before then to help play with the system. But yeah, with the public unveiling, the first public demo is going to be on February 1st. Yep.
A trivial task.
I recognize this bouquet. House Sourback usually serves this wine. What is that? Is that it? Okay. Let's go talk to the Sourbacks.
Is there money to be made?
Don't really want to say this. Maybe we have to. Hey, Roxy, what's up, bud? No. Okay. We weren't really done with the drive stems. Maybe there's more to say there.
Rise to the top.
That's weird though. The only thing we found at that place was wine. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do this to see what happens, but I feel like we're not done. Do I have that wine in my inventory? No. Make sure to talk to everyone until Abelard prompts you to start the trial. Oh, I mean, he already did earlier. You're saying he'll do it again?
Let us not dawdle.
Because he definitely earlier talked about that he wants us to do the trial, and then he's going to watch all the different families.
I always keep my options open.
You already got the trigger. Okay, cool. Great. Okay. The charges brought by Governor Gravestem were fabricated. House Worsarian had nothing to do with the orchestration of the riots or the plot targeting the rogue trader. However, the real perpetrators are here in this very room. Urban Drivestem, you've exhibited inexcusable negligence for failing to question the possible involvement of any other families before the Worsarian, who discovered the attempt on my life was orchestrated by a member of House Caprak. Oh, wow. Governor closes his eyes, fear and shame getting the better of him. Some faces in the crowd look confused and surprised, but you see a more wearing expressions of self-satisfied contempt. Abelard looks from the governor to you and subtly shakes his head as if to say, no, it's not the drive stems pulling the strings here. Urban drive stem, you've accused House Presarian of violations that were in truth the result of a grave error committed by your son. Okay. Terinia Gaprak, a member of your family orchestrated an assassination attempt against me here in my own palace, and though he has already been found dead, his act is reason enough to forever brand your house as traitors.
Hydration is required.
The Seneschal's hard gaze softens. An elusive gesture, visible only to you, conveys the message. Terinia Gaprak is guilty only of her own poor judgment. I know that House Sauerbach offered their help to the Gapraks, and then the late Alan Gaprak seemed to have accepted the offer. I suspect that you are responsible for his death as well. Sauerbach furrows his brow and slightly cocks his head. He averts his gaze for the first time as if trying to remember or make sense of something. You notice some restless movements behind him. Abelard narrows his eyes and scrutinizes Macarius Sauerbach and his retinue standing behind him. His sharp eyes lights up when he catches sight of something important and hidden in the crowd. The Seneschal looks at you and nods, as if to say, the puppeteer has given himself away. Pronounce the verdict. Seneschal, you may take it from here. What? What? Pause for dramatic effect.
Color the uncolor.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
This is so bugged. Hold up.
Time to get on your feet, bud.
Oh. Hey, Odemption! Thank you very much, buddy. Is there a way to, yeah, Odemption, first of all, really appreciate that. Second of all, do we have, like, a way to avoid that? You did the right steps, it just got bugged? Okay. Let's just try it again real quick and see if it doesn't bug. Reload before you speak to Sauerbach. When you notice his hatred for Earliette, don't comment on it. Wait, really? Yeah, it totally just bugged again. You need Pascal to notice the needle puncture on the corpse. Oh no. Really? I feel like that was a while ago. Wrong. Earliette can also notice it too. Okay. Problem is, I don't know how far back our save is. You try the autosave. Whoa. Take a look. Earliette also automatically spots it? Okay. I have to land again. It's not too big of a deal. We can rip through it. Oh, wait. That's right. We got our hard save, too. What do we call the hard save? Was it this? That's a void ship bridge. What did I call the hard save? I thought I did a hard save. Maybe I didn't. Huh. Oh yeah, I called it the Thought Plickens. That's right. Where did that go? Where'd that game go? It's gone. It's freaking gone. Okay. Maybe I didn't save it right or something. I don't know. That's weird. Oh, sometimes you have to go back to the main menu for a
Too
save to
hard
show.
for a simple monkey.
Let's see if that's it, just real quick. Kind of curious. Will go to fix it? You know I will. You know I will go to fix it. Pick my shoulders. I don't see it, man. It's gone. Yep. Weird. Very weird. So after years of following your work, I can only say thank you. I'm just not having a hard time being able to see your wonderful streams. Always gets me good vibes. And as I said, Happy New Year. Ragnar with the 24 months. Thank you, buddy. Best of vibes to you, dude. Best of vibes to you. And there it is. I don't know, man.
I always
I
have
don't
a
know.
backup plan.
Very strange. Have I gotten the Space Wolf yet? I have. Dude's awesome. Happy New Year, Spansonite. Doot 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 doot. Okay. Kovatar's looking super cool. I appreciate that, man. Glad you think so. Can't wait to see them come together.
Always keep your eye on the
Okay.
prize.
Oh, we should probably read the note. There we go. Okay. Note has been read.
Good show.
Tossy Killer with the 5 bomb. Thank you, bud. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Kasi, and welcome to the 5 new folks to our sub community. Thank you, thank you.
Is there money to be made?
Okay.
You are authorized.
Okay, this man's is dead. It only goes off Cohh. Oh, why does it do that? It only goes off Cohh. It's fine, just fail it? Okay. Do the checks anyway. Okay, okay. It's using you because you're the highest level? Oh, wait, is it because I haven't leveled my other people? Hold on.
We are the spearhead
Do that
of the
real quick anyway.
Imperium.
Interesting. I wonder if that's why it's not using my other people. That'd be very, very interesting if so. This is level 38. Alright. Oh, we're down here now. That's right. Dang. Get some toughness. And then we do all sorts of stuff. Let's go down and start working on his brace for impact. Okay. Ooh. All right, we'll get the cover pen. Cool. All right, Argenta. Yeah, we have to do this anyway, so we might as well just knock it out now. Ballistics, then agility, and then perception. Ballistics. And then we could get her grenadier. But I don't want to. Not that it looks like I can anyway. Oh, I could, but I don't want to. Grenadier counts for versatility? Yeah. 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 Okay, fine. Fine. God, chat. Twisting my arm. Always do. Okay. Ballistic skill for her. Get that ballistics up, up, up. Got her all the sights. She doesn't really need grenadier. Man, I'm not sure with her. I'm not sure with her. Just get stats then? Yeah, we could. We could just grab her some perception. We could just grab her some perception. I think we'll do that. We can do ballistics too. Can we? Can we do ballistics? Yeah, we could. You won't use her anyway, so it doesn't matter. Her? I use her all the time. Couldn't we? Yeah, she's my girl.